Well, hello folks, and welcome to A Sportsman's Life. I'm Luke Clayton and my two good buddies,
Jeff Rice
and Larry Weissoon, and we're so proud that you're with us this week. I'll be very honest with you, I have no idea where we're going.
There is no telling, but it's going to be fun.
We're going to have a good time, folks. Stay tuned. We have another great adventure on our Sportsman's Life coming your way.
We're ready to get with it.
You will make something happen tonight there, Mr. Clayton?
Something's going to happen.
I know one thing that's definitely going to happen. We're all going to eat well, whether or not we kill anything.
We're going to eat well and eat good. That's it.
I got some big old fat steaks ready to go, so I hope you're hungry.
We got some carne asada from Wild Hogs.
Indeed.
Yep.
Rick?
Yeah, we're going to have a Muslim holiday tonight.
That's it.
For dinner.
And we bring them in.
Exactly, yes.
That's good. What do you think, Larry? We're going to get...
I like how he talks.
I hate to say it, but me and Wild Hogs share the same habitat, so I like this place.
All right, well, thanks for the pictures, guys, and we're going to go back in, get geared up here shortly, and head out to blind, so...
We'll do it.
Sounds good.
My impression of him is that he's probably about a 2 to 3 year old boar.
Okay.
But the beauty of it is this boar looks so much exactly like some of the European hogs that I've seen in Austria and in Europe. It's amazing. I mean, you could take this boar right here and put him right next to one of those hogs in Europe and you couldn't tell the difference. It's absolutely amazing.
So, do you think there's some Eurasian in that, perhaps? I mean,
there's got to be. I mean, there's no question when you look at what this hog looks like with the short, with the long nose, with the long muzzle, the very small nose, the short ears, the little kind of triangular ears, the straight tail, and then all the underfur that's there. There's no question these hogs look exactly like what they do in Europe.
I know one thing: they taste good.
Well, we've got two other guys over here. I'm going to try to get real quick on the... Yeah, two are baits, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, I got a new hero, man. He killed a beautiful hog. That's,
Yes, he
that's a
did.
pretty pig.
Thank you.
A pretty
Thank you very
pig.
much. Appreciate it.
It's a lot better looking than most of them piney woods rooters around there. I think he's got some royal blood in him somewhere from some exotic country.
Kind of like Mr. Zumbo, right? Doesn't Mr.
Like
Zumbo?
Zumbo? Yeah.
Didn't he have some
He
royal
got that-
blood?
Got that grizzled
on his hands
grizzled
somewhere?
European look. Maybe an Italian even. Maybe he's an Italian pig. It could be it.
All right.
I
Mr. Lambert's
can't
going to play
sing
us
at
a
all.
song.
I gotta tune it. And here I am again, mixing misery and gin. All my friends are talking to myself. Looks like I'm having a good time, but any fool can tell. This honky tonk heaven really makes me feel like will. That's all I remember of it.
That's good, buddy. Thank you.
Alrighty, folks. It's come down to this, huh, Luke?
I think this is what they call the rest of the story.
The rest of the story.
Yep. And we're going to do this without skinning this big rascal.
You betcha. Larry just hit the road. He had to get on to other business, and Luke and I are gonna wrap the trip up with
We're going to do it.
a skinning, and
A good old-fashioned hog skinning, right?
yeah, there you go.
This thing is fat, extremely fat.
They say fat and happy, but I would say the happy part's gone.
Yep. He's probably happy. He don't have to, all he's got to worry about is how you're going to taste.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey folks, this is Scott Wallace with Smoking Tex. I want to show you this is our main model, the unit that we started the company with almost 20 years ago today. We still build it the same way. All double wall stainless steel, insulated 850 plus degrees. We think it's the best electric smoker on the market. We hope you will too. We do have a little bit less expensive alternative here. We brought this on to give people a little more flexibility in terms of if you have space restriction, needed a place to put it on the boat, or out at the lake house, or the deer lease. It's a little bit smaller. Again, this is our most popular, and of course we have them bigger all the way up. Our next model up is $995, and it's a really good, I feel like it's the most appropriate size for the home. If you'd like to order a Smoking Tex, it's easy to do. We have a great website. You're more than welcome to get on there and look at our recipes, our videos, and our forum section where people are exchanging tips. You can also place an order there in our shopping cart. We are on the web, and you're welcome to call us at 888-922-1511 or drop us an email at sales, S-A-L-E-S, at SMOKINTEX.com. Hope we hear from you soon.
A few days ago, I was driving a back road not too far from where I grew up, joining country, actually driving by some country that used to belong to one of my great-great-granddads that today is owned by somebody else, of course, and was just kind of driving along the edge of their property on a public road and kind of looked over the side to their property, and lo and behold, I see something that kind of looks kind of brown and white, and get a little bit of a closer look, and it is a white-tailed deer. It is a piebald white-tailed deer. Now that means simply it's very much colored like a paint or a pinto horse, if you will, where it's got natural color of brown and also white. Got my binoculars out, and guess what? Not only is it a piebald deer, it's a buck with some pretty nice antlers. Looks like he's probably about a 4 or 5 year old deer, and drag out the camera, and guess what? he comes walking kind of toward me a little bit, and I'm able to get some really good footage. Now, piebald deer are really kind of a rarity no matter where white-tailed deer exist. In Texas particularly, you very seldom see piebald deer or albinos, and one of the reasons is because they have a tendency to stand out when they're fawns. They're much easier for predators to see, and as a result of that, if a fawn is born that's all white or maybe even partially white beyond the normal whitetail white coloration that they have, with a throat patch and maybe a little bit around the eyes and then underneath the belly, those deer just are so obvious to coyotes and bobcats that they're preyed upon. So the sight of a piebald deer in Texas is really, really rare, and to get one into the older age classes, such as the buck was that I was able to photograph, is even rarer. So, some states have rules and regulation that says you cannot shoot a piebald deer or a white-colored deer. In Texas, that is not the case. I don't think this deer has been harvested based upon the conversation I've had with the local landowners. This property is not really that far away from country that I hunt, so I don't think these animals or this particular buck has been taken. Will there be more in the future? I think there's one of those chances that there could be, but it really just takes the right combination of genes, and maybe if this buck happens to breed a doe that's got a tendency that might be able to throw a piebald deer, then by all means there may be another one somewhere down the way. But in the meantime, just kind of enjoy this one and do like I did, sit there and watch him and dream about him, and hopefully he got away, and hopefully he produces some offsprings like him, and hopefully I'll get to see this deer on my property next year.
Folks, welcome to A Sportsman's Life. We are here with legendary John Hale, race car driver, stunt pilot. John does a little bit of everything, but I can tell you one thing that John does very, very well is makes best of Texas barbecue sauce.
You can find us at our website, www.bestoftexasbbqsauce.com. You can order there. We have specials on right now for you buy 5 jars, you get 1 free. You buy 10, you get 2 free, which 12 is the case.
Very good. Well, folks, if you have not tried Best of Texas barbecue sauce, I promise you it is better than the Best of Texas. It's the best there is. Maybe you should change the name Best There Is Barbecue Sauce.
I like it.
So, folks, get you some Best of Texas barbecue sauce. John, thank you so much,
Thank
and
you.
appreciate your barbecue sauce.
Well, folks, welcome to our show. We're going to concentrate on some camp cooking today. We're going to make some camp fajitas here. And actually, we've got started, but folks, if you're an outdoor person, I don't care if you're hunting or fishing or whatever, Jeff. Have you ever been out hunting until it was dark? You shoot an animal, then you know what's coming next. You're going to be out there cleaning that animal, working on it. Then you're gonna, hey, what are we gonna have for dinner?
Right, by the time you get done with cleaning your hog or whatever you got going on, it's already 10:30 at night, and it's like, I'm hungry.
Exactly.
So you want to do something quick and easy.
Through the years, as an old hunter and outdoor rider and everything, I've cooked in camps from northern Canada to Mexico.
You bet.
And just having fun like we're doing here at the Bucket Bass Ranch. But what we're gonna do, folks, we're gonna do this recipe. I'm gonna show you how easy it is. And it's all about prepping it ahead of time, getting your stuff ready. And we'll give you a little close-up, but this is actually some wild boar backstrap that I've had marinating. Jeff, I've had this for about 2 days in the refrigerator. And I put some jalapeno, stripped it up into fajita-sized strips,
Yeah.
and put some
Bacon in there, I see.
bacon is the key, I think.
Yeah, that's looking good.
Bacon and garlic, a lot of fresh garlic, probably 5 pods of fresh garlic.
Gotta have garlic.
Got to have it, Jeff. and then the fajita seasoning, you can use any type you like, of course.
Sure.
But the Fiesta is not too salty, and if you, later on we'll look a little closer at this. This has been cooking for maybe, 10 minutes. But the the marinating with that fajita seasoning is just awesome. That fiesta. So that's what I
So
like.
we want to start with the meat, getting that kind of going, and then folks, we're gonna start adding some stuff to this. So we'll let Luke get this kind of going here, and let's bring on our other stuff, and we'll kind of walk through the process of how we're gonna make these fajitas. And boy, I tell you what, my stomach's already growling.
You bet. And the whole key is having it pre-prepped. In other words, here's our vegetables ready to go. All this meat, garlic, and everything was in another Ziploc bag, just like this. So we just fired this little cooker. Usually, Jeff, I'm cooking on cast iron, you know that. But this little thing is so handy.
Oh, take it anywhere and just fire it up.
You would not believe the meals that this is cooked. So anyway, we'll add some vegetables to this and get going. Well, I tell you what we'll do. We have our wild pork backstrap cut into little fajita-sized pieces here, you know. And if you look really close, you'll see the jalapeno. I forgot to mention there's the juice of about 3 limes squeezed in there. It's been marinating about 2 days. So all that is, you know, that fajita meat is almost ready. Now, we could be standing over here on the chopping block for about 15 minutes chopping all our vegetables up. The meat's almost done. How about doing it ahead of time? Put our onions and our peppers right in there with it. Make sure it's down on the grill. You'll get the idea pretty soon, and you'll get the aroma too, Jeff. Who's
we got the aroma
right
going
now.
on.
Yeah. So all that has to do. Now, of course, our vegetables will go ahead and reduce down. There'll be some more moisture in this thing. How about this, folks? I'm going to tell you what.
Makes your mouth water, doesn't it?
We could be eating sardines after we get in from hunting this afternoon, but this will be better. So let's just let that cook until the onions are translucent, the way you like your fajitas, and bingo, look at this. We'll just put some of these fajitas right in there, or some of these tacos on top, and then put a lid. I've got a lid over there, and let them get warm, and we'll have some good fajitas here in just a little bit.
Okay, folks, welcome back. We are just getting it done here. We are cooking up some mighty good-looking fajitas, and really the key, Luke, here is kind of the prep work. You know, having your vegetables, your peppers cut up, everything ready to go. So when you do go to camp, you're not messing with all that stuff. And it's so nice to be able to just throw together a quick meal.
If our listeners could look over there, my old pickups backed up there with a cooler. We've got all this stuff was right in the cooler, and I say from start to finish, really on a deal like this, you can be eating you're going to like these fajitas. Some of the best fajitas in maybe 20 minutes. You know. But how long would it take if you had your wild pork backstrap? You were out here cutting all this stuff up, chopping your vegetables. Right. You'd be busy for a while.
Like I said, the prep work is kind of key to this whole making it quick, because you know, Luke and I, we like to get out here, eat a quick meal, and it's a beautiful evening tonight. We've already seen hogs, so
almost shot one. It was a little bit more than old Luke could handle just watching them. But yeah, we have right over, there's a feeder over there from where we're standing within 150, 200 yards. Yeah, a bunch of them came in. Of course, we're early in the afternoon doing this for you. But Jeff, would you grab that utensil right there?
Absolutely. Look at that.
This is a time where I want to. This is for a later show. But folks, this is an omelet maker actually for eggs. Is what it is. But I had an old uncle back in the 60s that bought a couple of these. They were yellow. I've still got one. And it was this new material called Teflon, you know? Well, you know, that's I don't know what this is, probably advanced on that. But these right here, these make the very best cornbread at camp that you've ever had. And all you have to do is a little old packet of cornbread mix, one packet, and you fill this up. We'll do this on an upcoming show, folks, where we're making stew or something like that. But you take that and put it over a low flame, let it go about 12, 14 minutes, and then turn it. And we'll get into that later, but for now, we're thinking fajitas, Jeff. And These have got probably a few more minutes till those onions are just right.
I'm seriously thinking fajitas.
Yeah.
These are looking mighty good.
Yes, they'll be good. And some people just use green peppers, but I tell you, red or yellow peppers, bell peppers, I think they add a little bit of flavor.
You can make Christmas fajitas and use red and green.
You could. We'll do that next time. Yeah, that's going to be good, Jeff. I'll tell you.
bet, buddy.
Actually, when this is fully cooked, or almost done, 90% done, we will throw about 3 or 4 of these tortillas on there and put the lid. I've got a lid that goes over all this. Let them cook for 2 or 3 minutes, and bingo, there's our Count fajitas.
So Luke, some of these recipes, can folks out there get some of these recipes out of your book, Kill the Grill?
Yeah, a lot of them are in there, Jeff. I probably have 8 or 10 recipes in that book, Kill the Grill. And speaking of the book, that was something that I just felt like I needed to write. Some of the basics of hog hunting and some more advanced stuff in there too. But there's more to it than just killing a hog. Well, what are you going to do with that hog, the pork? And you've read the book, and a lot of it is devoted to that too. The rest, as Paul Harvey would say, the rest of the story. Yeah, that book is and I've added on to the book more information to it. I've done it once, and I'm probably going to do that again next year. Thank you for mentioning it. It is some information in there that not only just a hog hunter, but probably most hunters might enjoy. I've been told that most people enjoy reading it.
Well, folks, if you've never tried wild hog meat, it's really some of the best meat out there. Now, you'll hear some people say, well, I shot this huge hog and it was a little gamey or a little bit, funny tasting, probably a big boar or something. You might find that. Certain times of the year, you might find them tasting a little bit, funny, if you will.
Right.
But for the most part, if you get a 125, 150 pound sow boar, doesn't matter.
Yeah, you've got
This is some of the best eating meat there is.
It really is. And for years, it's just this outdoor deal, and I've been kicking around the outdoors a long time, but it's a progressive thing. There was a time, folks, when if you asked me, well, are wild hogs good to eat? Oh yeah, those little young ones, 80, 90 pounds. Well, I just arbitrarily set that rule. I've eaten a lot of boars that weigh 140 pounds.
Oh, sure.
Well, this one actually, that's some of the meat from this one on a previous show that I shot 300 yards back.
Shot here?
That's some of the backstrap.
Okay.
Yeah, right. So, I mean, yeah, wild pork is good. It is very, very lean as a rule.
Right.
But you got to consider it game meat, really, instead of domestic pork.
Absolutely. Boy, look at that.
Yep. It's going to be good. That garlic smell and those jalapenos, you can't really see those jalapenos in here now, but that garlic adds a whole bunch to fajitas. I'll tell you what else helps fajitas is bacon. Adding, especially on this, wild pork, it's very, very lean. I think I probably put 4-piece strips of bacon, cut it up in here. That adds a lot of, it adds a little fat to actually sizzle these fajitas, but it's really adds a lot of flavor too. All right, Jeff, how many can you eat? 6 or 8 of these?
Let's start with 2.
Okay, let's just do. Of course, this gives these some flavor too, right on top of all that.
The steam, that steam coming up through them and stuff.
Stick your lid on there, buddy, and those will steam around. And
that is a handy little cooker.
That is. I've had that thing for a long time, and actually I haven't used it lately, but it is so handy for this kind of stuff.
Portable. Take it out with you wherever you go. Hunting, fishing. You have your little cooker.
Usually I'm cooking with a cast iron. Make these little cast iron skillets. But I thought for what we're doing, this would be ideal, and it is.
It is.
All right, Jeff. I think we're ready. Yeah. Let's see that plate.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Now this whole deal is all about simplicity. What about that? And I cut the heat off there because these fajitas, these are the way I like fajitas. I want fajitas to be in a restaurant when I eat them. They never come out like this.
That is amazing.
Yeah, take a look at that. Simple. So let me slap this one here.
Well, I'd have to get a cold beverage to go along with this.
I think a cold beverage will be useful. Almost called for. wouldn't
Called
you think?
for. There
Yes.
you go.
Oh, yes.
Good stuff. We're going to go at it here.
We're going for it. Y'all, you'll stick the lid back?
I
That'd
got
be
it.
good. Oh, look at that.
All right,
All right, bud. We're on
we'll be
it.
back.
Let's go sit down and enjoy.
Folks, thank you so much for joining us here on our Sportsman's Life. I mean, what a great adventure we had today again, and looking forward to another great adventure next week, huh, boys?
You betcha. I'm ready to go.
I'm not. I want to stay right here. Y'all join us
going.
next week.
And a special thanks to these fine sponsors: Air Force Air Guns, B&B Charcoal, Dallas Safari Club, Hornady, Pyramid Air, Sightmark, Smokin' Tex, Snap Block Hunting Blinds, Texas Raised Hunting Products, and Striper Express.